7 bright spots of DOLE Region 6. Convergence, also known as tubong-tubong. Tubong-tubong, which means chip-in or contribution,
is a special convergence project in cooperation with the Philippine Army and local government units, wherein convergence of services among the national government agencies and other stakeholders are brought to the locality based on the needs identified by the residents and local officials. This project aims to bring the much-needed development to conflict-stricken areas. Launched in 2012, the project has already gained grants. The municipalities of Tapas, Capiz, the first recipient of this project, received on September 3, 2013, close to 1 million pesos as DOLE's counterpart in the 1.8 million abaca production project, which aims to benefit 321 indigenous people from the 2 barangays in these municipalities. Last September 1, 2014, 10 units of stripping machines and 200 pieces of stripping knives were turned over to the beneficiaries for the operationalization of the project. The other recipient of Tubong-Tubong project was the municipality of Tubungan. A total of 2,799,575 pesos was already released to the local government unit during the program visit on August 8, 2014, as DOLE's counterpart to the 10.936 million Coconut Industry Development Project, which aims to benefit the members of the Tubungan small coconut growers, coconut farmers, members of a women's organization, persons with disabilities, and some rebel returnees. In addition, other contiguous municipalities of Tubungan such as Haniway, Cabatuan, Leon, and Nalimujan also receive financial assistance over 6 million pesos. Other identified areas to be covered are San Remigio in Antique, Libacao in Aklan, and Bingawan in Iloilo. On-the-job training enhancement, on-the-job training manual implementation.
One of the major reasons for unemployment, which is found out during the consultation workshop on Project Jobs Fit in 2013, is the lack of experience among graduates. It was also discovered that one of the causes of this phenomenon is a non-serious implementation of the on-the-job training, or OJT, for graduating students. As a result, an on-the-job training manual was crafted through the concerted effort of the industry, academe, and government sectors to address job skill mismatch in the region.
On-the-job training manual implementation provides the students with actual workplace experience, exposure to various management styles, industrial and procedures of various occupations related to their respective learning. Further, the OJT manual provides standards and guidelines in conducting the on-the-job training, such as the amount of workload, number of hours, learning objectives, monitoring scheme, and sanctions. The on-the-job training manual was also adopted by the Iloilo Government Industry Academe Council, an organization composed of high-level members from the industry, academe, and government, serving as the umbrella organization for all industry academe initiative in Iloilo. IGIAC endorsed the manual to the Commission on Higher Education for review and eventual implementation throughout the region.
DOLE 6 Testing and Coaching Center. With the goal of helping the underprivileged job seekers undergo psychological tests for free, the DOLE Testing and Coaching Center was relaunched on October 29, 2014. The same was established and presented to the public on December 6, 2013 during its unveiling at the opening of the job fair celebrating the DOLE's 80th founding anniversary at Robinson's Place, Iloilo.
Testing and Coaching Center also aims to help government and private agencies and small medium-sized business entities and enterprises whose underprivileged applicants cannot afford to pay psychological testing fees. The center is managed by a registered psychometrician, and has standby counselors from the members of various guidance counselors networks and public employment service officers all over the region. It aims to provide free testing services to a maximum of 600 underprivileged job applicants per year, and one of its goals include placing them 100% in jobs that match their educational attainment, personality, abilities, and skills. On its first takeoff, the center caters clients from the DOLEs and from the National Food Authority applicants for drivers, clerks, and utility workers. The Human Resource Practitioners Association of Western Visayas, with the goal of strengthening partnership among private, government and non-government organizations, and empowering HR practitioners in their roles and responsibilities in various industries, the very first private-public human resource network organization in the region was realized. The HRNet Region 6 was organized to have coordinated activities that will enhance the human resources aspect in every industry, which will eventually lead to the improvement of the employment situation in the region. DOLE Secretary Rosalinda de Mapilis Baldos led the swearing into office of the first set of officers and board of directors of the HRNet Region 6, commending the regional office for its success in organizing and establishing the network, and directing the regional office to present the accomplishment in a DOLE-wide year-end planning activity so that other regions may emulate such. The first Regional Human Resource Assembly in Region 6 was held last August 19, 2014 in Iloilo City. The assembly was attended by 245 HR managers, both from the private and public sectors.
Strategic development training for selected municipalities and private sectors representatives in Region 6.
League of Local Planners and Development Coordinators, Western Visayas Incorporated, DOLE, and NEDA are the proponents of the project development training for selected municipalities and private sector representatives. Close to 100 participants from 40 local government units attended the 5-day hands-on training on project proposal preparation, wherein they acquired knowledge on the project development and identification, among others. NEDA trainings help in increasing utilization rate of the LEAP YRRP and bottoms-up budgeting funds of about 400 million. The region's utilization rate is the highest in YRRP areas in livelihood and emergency employment, despite the 1,000% budget increase.
The Peer-to-Port Project, or P2P, is a convergence program of the local government, different national government agencies, and private sectors that have a stake in the tourism supply chain.
Was established to boost employment opportunities in the renowned places. It also aims to increase workers' employability, enhance productivity, and improve service quality. The Peer-to-Port is now recognized by the National Wage and Productivity Commission. The Peer-to-Port Project, or the P2P project, will also be presented during the Productivity Olympics and endorsed for implementation in other regions. The Sugar Workers Development Center Training Program. The Sugar Workers Development Center Training Program is a Department of Labor and Employment Regional Office 6's way of showing its commitment to ameliorating the lives of the sugar workers in the region. It is the regional office's contribution to the National Human Resource Development Master Plan in the sugarcane industry of the department, which aims to prepare the sugar workers for the opportunities and challenges of the forthcoming ASEAN integration. The SWDC earns its income through rental of its amenities and facilities by the public and such is used to fund for the trainings and/or projects for sugar workers. The operationalization of the SWDC training program was launched on September 25, 2014, and its very first training was a 5-day organizational development and management training under its social infrastructure component. A total of 31 officers and leaders coming from 27 rural workers associations participated in the training, which aimed to empower and enhance the organizational and leadership capabilities of the leaders. The trainings for the other two development areas of the SWDC training program are the training for wage and training for self-employment, which are set to be conducted before the end of 2014.
IWAPMO project, a contribution to Zero Accident Program. Iwas Aksidente Patrol, or IWAPMO, is another initiative of the Department of Labor and Employment Region 6, which campaigns for safe and healthy workplaces in the region with the participation of workers and ordinary citizens by reporting to the department risky conditions and unsafe practices in dangerous establishments.
IWAPMO patrollers can be workers of hazardous workplaces such as construction sites, worker at heights, safety organizations, or any safety-conscious citizen. In other words, the general public. It is a real-time response through DOLE field offices or regional office, through call, iText, Facebook, and email. With the active support and participation of workers and ordinary citizens, IWAPMO develops social concern for safety and health, especially in hazardous places. The concept has improved awareness and empowered laymen and ordinary citizens to take responsibility to call for safety, specifically taking cognizance on occupational safety and health. ITC for Sakada, Training cum Employment Project. Children of migratory sugar workers, or Sakadas, enrolled and attended a competency-based training curriculum on housekeeping offered by TESDA. The 60 days training was culminated by National Competency Assessment and facilitated by the Department of Labor and Employment, where both finished the housekeeping course and hurdled National Competency Assessment and were conferred with the NC Level 2 certification. This is a convergence project of the DOLE and members of the Industry Tripartite Council in Boracay for their possible employment. It aims to generate the commitment of support and available jobs from the council members once they finish their training and pass the National Competency Assessment.
Partnership and Convergence Institutionalization. The Council for Intermediaries of DOLE Region 6, composed of Regional Pesto Federation, Guidance Counselors Network, Regional Tripartite Industrial Peace Councils or the Industry Tripartite Councils, Contractors Network of Negros Occidental, Western Visayas Occupational Safety and Health Network, Safety Organization of Negros Occidental, Workers and Agrarian Reform Beneficiaries Alliance, Federation of Family Welfare Committees, and Human Resource Network have been actively participating in the department's activities. This said Council of Intermediaries becomes a member of the Intermediaries Academy, a DOLE partner in the various trainings geared towards developing and capacitating council members. The Intermediaries Academy was launched in March 2012, and since then, it has taken part in the conduct of various training and capacity building activities for safety officers, pesto managers and staff, members of HRNet, GCNet, TIPC, and WARBA.
Participation of intermediaries was highlighted in the mid-year performance assessment, wherein the DOLE officials and program managers, including intermediaries, participated in assessing the region's performance in the first half of 2014 and discussing strategies that would aid the region in accomplishing 100% of its target for the year. DOLE Region 6 sustained its target to its existing provincial TIPCs, which is in Antique, Capiz, Iloilo, and Negros Occidental. The regional office also sustained 100% of its existing regional and provincial ITCs in hotel and restaurant, manufacturing, business process outsourcing, and hospital and other medical.
Western Visayas Workers' Agrarian Reform Beneficiaries Alliance, a strategy for sustainable rural development. Self-Reliant Organization for CARP, or SRO CARP, was born on empowerment of agrarian reform beneficiaries by providing services in social infrastructure and viable enterprise development. This is implemented using community organizing process, social infrastructure building, and entrepreneurship development. When SRO Corp was scheduled to end its term of implementation in 2014, sustainability of the project became an issue. The reason why WARBA came into being or born. WARBA is an alliance or federation of SRO Corp associations or beneficiaries in other registered workers cooperative and associations designed to sustain the gains as development prospects through the promotion of cooperation among workers group to support its collective undertaking and establishment of viable socio-economic enterprises and establishing networks with other stakeholders in other government functionaries in the area. To support the WARBA activities and undertakings, savings of SRO Cup funds was used to start its development efforts. Presently, DOLE 6 has provided financial assistance to Western Visayas Workers' Agrarian Reform Beneficiaries Alliance in the amount of 1 million pesos as initial capital for its project. This is in the form of working animals and rice trading projects where one of its member organizations is making the project operational. Further, to socially equip its members, they were the first recipient of SWDC 5-day social infrastructure training, which started last October 28, 2014.